how much you gonna see before jumping in.
Mm-hmm.
Your life could look so much different next year.
True.
Hell, my life looked different this year than it was. That was September of 2021 when we bought our first mobile home, right? And look at that, you guys. This is just now September, but my life has dramatically changed. Like I said, September, October, maybe around November is when we had realized we had sold both homes and made about $35,000.
Yeah.
Like what? Life's too short, you guys. My son taught me that. Life's too short. You here today, going tomorrow. So you're going to keep sitting around waiting on if I should take it. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow.
That's true.
Start today. Change your future today. Make a decision today. Because no decision is also is a choice too, right? By you standing stagnant, that's a decision too. So you're deciding to stay where you at in life. So please stop complaining that you ain't got enough money. Stop complaining that you broke or you tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Because when you got the answer right in front of you, you have a way out. And if you don't take it, look in the mirror and get mad at yourself.
All right, guys, this is Kelly from Heels, Deals, and Wheels Mobile Home Investing Course, and we have Charee. And you know what, Charee? I did not know your last name.
Alexander,
but on your Facebook, you have something like laugh or something.
Oh, live, love, and laugh. Okay. Alexander.
All right, we got her in the house, guys. Finally, we got her in the house. So, Charee, thank you so much for coming on here. And you know what, Charee? I didn't realize you're a registered nurse too, as well.
Yeah, actually, I'm an LPN. You registered.
There's a lot
LPN,
yeah. There's a lot of nurses. Yeah, there's a lot of nurses getting into this field. So, Charee, introduce yourself to everybody.
Well, hello, everybody. I am Charee. What much can I say? I was a single mother of 4. I became a nurse over 20 years ago, just, trying to find a way to take care of your kids. I loved helping people. So that was one of the things, another reason why I got involved with it. And then just like fast forward, like ever since about the mobile home, when I learned about that, man, I felt some way like I had been bamboozled in a way, because I've been working 20 years, not knowing nothing like this existed. And in less than a year, it changed my whole life.
Wow.
Once I invested in myself and bet on myself. You got to be willing to take risks, right? We go to work, we get those paychecks, and we get comfortable with that, right? Somebody tell you, oh, you're a nurse, you make, I get good checks, we get good bonuses, but at the end of the day, that's just a repeated every 2 weeks, you waiting on that money. And nobody taught me how to use that money to work for you, or to be able to put it somewhere where it's going to produce a whole lot more money other than you just having to put your hand in the clock.
Wow. So, Charee, knowing what you know today about the mobile home business versus being a nurse, would you have gone to nursing school, you think?
No, absolutely not.
Right.
And people, that don't know me, or the ones that do, be like, you really would stop being a nurse and, do what you're doing with mobile home investing? And I can 100% answer that without hesitation and say, absolutely, yes. Because once somebody gives you the blueprint of how to get out the matrix, and I call the matrix that hamster wheel, that 9 to 5, that we always at work, 12 hours, 16 hours, and you get those big bonuses, but it never stops. And then here I am, I take one investment. I invested in myself to learn this blueprint. And in less than even a month, like I had me and my bro, Aaron, the one that's on here, we did a joint venture where we bought a mobile home for $4,800. We put about $3,500 in it, and we sold it literally 3 to 4 weeks later for $20,500. Wow. My mind was blown at that point.
Wow. It's like kind of like hitting the lottery, don't you think sometimes?
Yes. And it's like, I felt like I've been some like, I don't know. I had got that check for 18,000 because she gave me 2,500 up front to hold it. And then to close it, she gave me 18,000. And I was like, I saw my name on that check. And it was like, I didn't put my hand in that clock to get that. And it all happened within like, really, it could have been 2 weeks, honestly. A little backstory. A lot of people who know me, I lost my son, 25-year-old. So right when I got my first buyer to buy the home that we purchased, I was super excited. I had got the $2,500 because I'm doing this for my kids too, because I don't want them to work till they 50 like me, trying to get to that place of wealth, or, you think you're going to be like super rich because you go to school to be a doctor or a lawyer or a nurse or whatever. I'm doing this for them so I can break that cycle, because nobody taught me. Right. Nobody taught me how to do this. So that's true. When they say you need to get in a circle of like-minded people, either that's doing what you're doing or doing better than what you're doing. And that's what I invested in. Like, no, I didn't know them, but I invested in that blueprint because I saw that they had got out of the matrix, and okay, if they did it, I can do it.
Exactly.
And that's how I felt.
And you know what, Charee, I want to give my condolences on your son, because I seen you was having a rough time. What was that, last month? Was it the anniversary?
Yeah, that was the 1 year anniversary. He got killed September. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. That's my little,
right.
my
I got
killer.
one too.
That's the Maltese. Girl, if you don't stop, that's the Maltese. It be the little dogs that feel like they
that's
so
what
tough.
I got a little bitty one, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a year ago. But it was like, that was the point I was making. I was on such a high when we got that $2,500, right? For a deposit. I was on such a high that night. I took all the people in the office out to celebrate a little bit, because the park manager is the one that actually talked to the seller, told her about me, said I had a home for sale. And so we were celebrating. And then that next day when I went to work, I had to punch in work, because I was getting ready to tell my kids, y'all, look, we made it. Like,
Right. Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah.
Scream to everybody, we made it out the matrix, right? So, because I know if I did it one time, I could do it again and just watch and repeat. And that next day, I got a call from work saying they needed me to come over to his dad's house, and I got the devastating news. Sonia, this is saying something popped up on the screen. But yeah, I got that news, and it was just devastating for me. I really believe the only reason why I kept my sanity is because I had to keep going. Like, this lady gave me this money. I had to get back and finish the home because she was ready to move in. So I grieved for about a week, and I was getting stuff together and prepared, and I had to get back out to the park, right? I had to get back out there, get this home ready. And so that's why I said it took about 3 to 4 weeks, but actually the lady was ready with the money. She was just waiting on me to finish the rehab, which was almost done when I got that call. But yeah, I thank you guys so much. I don't know how I'm able to keep going, but other than the man upstairs. And then I know my vision, my son would have wanted me to keep going, because like I said, I was doing this for all of my kids. I've never been able to really enjoy them, honestly. I've worked all of their life, 2 jobs, 12 hours, 16 hours, trying to get out the west side of Chicago, being a single mom. And that's all I knew was like, if you wanted to make more money, you got to put your body in that place and put your hand in the clock. That was all I knew.
Right.
So to run across something like this, you guys, I'm gonna tell anybody, you can think it's risky by paying a certain amount of money to learn the blueprint from somebody. And just like you, Kelly, you doing amazing. I've been following you, and I saw you as a nurse.
I've been following you too. That's why when you say you shy, I'm like, girl, if you don't get your shy, you be dancing and all that kind of stuff. I'm saying, shy where? It must be two of y'all.
It's crazy. I am shy, but you know what? Since my son death, though, Kelly,
Uh-huh.
I've learned I don't care no more what I look like to people. I've always worried about, oh, my nose too fat, my this or that. I've always had this self-conscious type of thing, but I don't care no more. Like, this ain't for them. It ain't for nobody to like me. I'm out here. I'm having fun. I've always loved to dance. That's why my kids all know how to dance. But I just got a little rusty, at 51. But
You
I
look good
promise
though.
you, making these TikToks have really been crazy. Like, it's been bringing me so much joy, Kelly. Like, and I'm gonna incorporate that with the mobile homes. Like, I try to put little things in that, because I'm new to this social media stuff, like as far
Yeah.
as TikTok and stuff. But I want the world to know about mobile home investing, like, about your program, everything. Anybody who's on the fence, like, don't be afraid to buy the blueprint. Don't be afraid to learn from the ones who done it. You retired yourself. I saw you not too long over the summer.
Yeah.
You could have retired a long time ago, but you didn't. I know how we just, keep working and trying to, but the bottom line was that you were able to retire yourself and you didn't have to wait 20 or 30 years for somebody to tell you how much you're going to get for retirement.
Exactly.
You did it yourself.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But you know what, Charee, I see your daughter with you a lot of times. So
Yes.
listen, now let's keep it real. I don't know how old your daughter is. Let's just say your daughter's 18. Let's just say she fresh out of high school and she came.
She's 22.
She's 22 and she come to you and she said, Ma, I don't want to go to college. I want to be a mobile home investor. How would you feel about that?
I would encourage it 100%. Actually, the 22-year-old didn't want to go to college. And she was like, it's just not for me. Like, she dances, she make money doing, like, she models, she do a lot of stuff. She's very artistic, and she just feel like she wanted to make it another way, that the 9 to 5 was not for her. And knowing what I know now, I'm darn sure, I don't know if I don't want to curse, but I'm definitely not going to encourage her, because I feel like, and whoever listening, man, y'all, please don't. I feel like it's just all a big old hoop scam. Like, it just, we pay all this money. Most people be in debt when they get out of college, these young people, only to get out and get a job and make somebody else's business grow while they at home on a yacht somewhere with their family.
Exactly.
So for me at 51, they done mess around and showed the wrong person
right
how to make money without putting his hand in the clock. And my mission now, moving forward in life, is to share with as many people. And I hope my story can help get them people off the porch. If I would have never invested in myself, in the blueprint, then I would still be right there at that job. And let me say this. When my son got killed, and this is how jobs control you, and I definitely was unhappy about this. When my son got killed, they denied me family medical leave.
Oh, wow.
Right? Okay, so that was the first thing that really hurt my heart. I was in tears talking to this young administrator, and then I said, "Why did I get denied?" She said, "Well, it didn't meet the criteria." I said,
Wow.
Well, what was the criteria? It was like where your son had to either be he's sick enough to where you had to take care of him, or you had to be sick enough to where you couldn't come to work. And I'm like, well, yeah, he was sick enough, all right. He was 6 feet under.
Wow.
And to me, I said, that doesn't qualify. So, tears just flooded me. And then she had nerve to say, but you know what? We can give you 30 more days. I said, you can give me. This is how these jobs, you guys, they hold this over our head. Because why? Because most jobs know we got to work to pay our bills.
Right.
Unless you surround yourself with other people that are doing things different. I don't listen to the nurse next to me and she say, which a lot of them did, oh, girl, ain't no money in trailers.
Exactly.
They said, ain't no money. You need to get into single family homes. That's what they all told me. Right. And I said, okay. I said, well, we'll see. And so now I got a lot of people thought I had a second job because they, I was off for like 10 months. So right after that happened, I was able to be off due to mobile home investment because me and Aaron did 2 deals. Like, so after that first deal, 2 weeks later, we got an opportunity to buy another one for $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
So we bought that one for $3,000. We put about 3 in that one, and we sold that about 3 weeks later for $15,000.
Wow.
So in 2 months, in 60 days, we had generated about $35,000 in 2 months.
Wow.
Oh, I was sold after that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's impressive. And that's how, and people think that this is just an isolated situation. It's not isolated. This happens like this all the time in the mobile home business.
All the time. You even get free homes. I had one of the park managers, and that's why relationships are so important. That you make with people, because this is a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's me as an investor in the park, and it's the park manager's park, and we help each other. Mm-hmm. I'm coming in, I'm buying these homes that they don't have to rehab and fix up. I'm using my money, but I'm following the rules of the park. I'm getting the home nice and up to code, and then I'm putting a resident in there, which now they're going to get their lot rent. So it's a win-win for everybody. Mm-hmm. And when you do that enough, now they start looking at you like, okay, she pretty cool. Okay, she getting these people and she buying these homes. She making the homes look nice. She not like half-assed, like one of them slum people and not try to put the money into the homes. These homes are beautiful. Hey, Charee, I got Johnny over here. He just came in the office and he said he's selling and he getting ready to move. He just got approved for his first house. I told him about you. I told him to give you a call. That's how I get a lot of my deals.
And you know what?
Word of mouth.
I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people talk about bandit signs and all that good stuff. But when you put a bandit sign out, you still gonna have to talk to the park manager eventually.
Exactly.
So how are you finding your deals? How are you finding your deals?
Relationships I've built with the office, the ladies in the office. I've made this from the jump. I didn't have a plan B. Once I saw that this works, I didn't have a plan B. I said, this is what's going to take me out of this. So I was there. I was going to the parks all the time, almost probably 5 days out of 7 days a week, driving an hour and a half there and back. And you find out, things about them that you can make their life easier. I don't know. I don't know. I go out there, I find out what they like, and I bring different things, gift cards, maybe buy them lunch, just to say thank you. Right. My job was the reason of doing that is to say thank you, because they don't have to call me and say that Johnny is selling his home. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then another good thing about relationships, now they send me buyers too. Now, I'm going to tell you why they do that. So say a person come in the office, yeah, they got homes that they could do the leasing out too. But if a person don't make enough income, they may not qualify to buy their home, because now not only are you paying lot rent, which is $690, but you probably got to tack on another $300-400 a month to rent that mobile home until you're able to pay it off. And some of them don't make enough. So then they'll say, call Charee.
Hey, he just agreeing with you. That's all.
Girl, get out that window.
Oh, it's a girl. And she just agreeing with you.
So then they'll say, Pepper, stop. So they'll say, call Charee. Charee got a home for $10,000. So then they'll come to me, buy my home for 10 flat out. And now all they paying is $690. So now they do meet the qualifications for the park. Now they do make enough money to be able to pay $690, but maybe they didn't make enough to be able to pay $1,200 a month if they got one of their homes. So I don't do bandit signs. I've done, and I know they work for a lot of people, but through the grace of God, through the relationship I built, I rarely have to, my deals really come to me. Even when I sell my homes, I think I sold a couple of homes off of Facebook Marketplace, but 80% of my homes have been sold because somebody in the office called and said, hey, I got a great investor in the park. She got a couple of homes for sale. Give her a call.
Exactly. And you know what, Charee, I went to a real estate meeting a couple of weeks ago, and this guy said, "Hey, how are you finding your deals?" I said, "The deals come to me. The park manager, I build a relationship with the park manager. She or he contacts me." And he looked at me like, "Oh, she kind of arrogant." It's not arrogance, it's just the truth.
It's the truth. It's the truth
If you
because
build that
that's what's
relationship,
happening to me.
yeah, if you build that relationship, you don't have to go driving for dollars and all that kind. It's going to come to you.
It comes to me. And actually, it was coming so much that I had, I had to start like issuing some of them out, like, because I didn't want to just be turning them down, but then I'll call up maybe another investor, or maybe I purchased it. Maybe I was able to go and negotiate it down to a good price. Pepper, you're going to be out there with them in a minute. And then, so maybe I'll come in and buy it at a real low cost. Pepper, come here. Hold on, Kelly.
Don't worry about it.
Come here. I'm gonna bring her over here because she's looking out the window and she thinks she's the killer of the.
What's up, Pepper? Pepper in the house.
Pepper in the house. Now sit down. So I'm sorry about that, you guys. So, but yeah. So what was the last thing? I should have made me forget what I was saying. I'm sorry, you guys.
You were talking about you have to give deals to other people because it comes so often.
Because I get so many and I can't, at first I was buying them, but you got to be careful. You got to slow down with that because I haven't got to where you got, Kelly. I gotta get on that with the business funding, honey, because I wouldn't have to turn none down. But mind you, when I'm buying these homes, I got to pay that lot rent. So if I got 4 homes, guess who's paying lot rent if I don't sell 4 of them homes in the next 30 days? Right. So I had to slow down. So now instead of just kind of letting a deal go, if I know another investor maybe didn't have a deal, I will buy that one at a low price. I'll get it and then I'll turn around and sell it to somebody at a really low price so they can rehab it and fix it up.
Mm-hmm. So Charee, where do you mainly do business out of? What state?
I'm in right now. It's like it's called, where Rockford at? I know you in Dallas, but it's Rockford. It's about an hour and a half from me, Rockford, Illinois. I've done a couple of deals with Sonia. We've done a couple of wholesale deals here close by, like on the south side of Chicago or close to Indiana. But the majority of my deals have been Rockford, out there in Rockford, Illinois, because it just don't stop. It just deal after deal. It's like, if it ain't broke, I ain't trying to fix it.
Exactly. So how do y'all close deals out there in Illinois? What's the paperwork process?
So, it's pretty simple, to be honest. If I'll have my earnest agreement up front, and that's so they can put a deposit down just to show that they're really serious about the home. While they waiting to get approved for the park, because they can't purchase a home unless they get approved by the park. And that's what I want a lot of the new investors to know too. You can't sell these homes to people until they get approved by the park. Mm-hmm. That's showing bad blood to the park manager. Okay, everything got to go through them. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I make them do an earnest agreement, and I usually ask for like 10% down. The only way that they get that money back, and I put that in the contract, is if they don't get approved by the park. Okay. So then I'll give it back, because a lot of times you guys, they'll want your home and then go find a home down the street and then change their mind. And now you done took yours, marked it as pending or whatever, or slowed down with, showing it because they didn't give you a deposit. And I had to start putting that in my contract, because time is money. And you making it like you really want the home, and then either you try to ghost me, or like I say, you just change your mind and say something else came up. Well, then, like I said, I don't give the money back unless you don't get approved by the park.
But Charee, what if the park doesn't take any criminals, and then you have a conversation with them? Hey, they don't take any criminals. You ever been incarcerated, anything like that? Then they go to the park and they go, oh, I forgot I was in jail for 20 years. Okay, you gonna give the money back then? That's wasting your time too. I'm not giving
that is, and you know what, Kelly? That's a good. I haven't experienced that yet, but that's a good. That makes sense though. Like if I do before I ask them all of that. So you need to know what the parks, what the credentials are, what are they looking for. So I know that you can't have a bankruptcy within the 5 years. And they mean that to the T. It can't be 4.5, 4.25. It got to be 5 years. You can't have a felony within 7 years. And you have to be able to show that you can make 3 times the lot rent as far as income. Those are your 3 basic things. So you're right. When you ask that, because I don't like to waste my time. And the crazy part, I'm not even finna show you the home. If you can't ask those questions right there, I just, time is money, y'all. I drive an hour and 30 minutes to get to these homes. And or if I say it's a cash deal, I'm gonna find that out up front too, because for me, I haven't gotten into the rent to own. I think I got one property that I'm doing a sort of kind of rent on, like payments. So she gave me $8,000. Her home was $15,000. She didn't have it. I had held this home for 4 months by this time. So now I'm like just ready to get off of this home. It was going into the winter months. So that's how it happened. It kind of slowed down. And so I said, okay, you got $8,000. Okay, let's do this. So she was like, I can pay you 8 now and make payments throughout the year. When I get my income tax, she'll pay off the rest. So that's the only deal that I have like that. Every other deal out of the probably like 14, 15 deals have been cash deals. And they have cash. A lot of people think because they're in trailers, they ain't got no, they got more money than that.
Exactly.
People, they be coming there like 1,000, 2,000, 3. I think I done got 11, 12,000 cash laid out on the table at the trailer. I done closed that Starbucks.
Wow.
Right. So you need your bill of sale, at the closing. All you need is my bill of sale. You have to make sure that there's no liens on the title. And then you want to make sure that the property taxes are paid. Because I mean, they don't cost a lot, but my first home, the lady ended up calling me and saying, hey, Charee, I got bad news. And I'm like, oh, Lord, what? She said, 2 years of taxes haven't been paid on this mobile home. So I'm like, oh, my God, I thought I was just about to, because, I done heard the horror stories about single family home taxes. Even when I had my home, my taxes a year was like $4,500 a year. So I'm like losing my mind when she said 2 years. I said, well, how much is it? She was like, oh, $164. Man, lady, look, I'm on the way. I'll be there in about
that's the beauty. That's the beauty about the mobile home business. I mean,
I'll take that money so fast.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's so affordable, you guys, for, that's why I want, especially, and I ain't excluding the men, but I got a passion in my heart for the single women, single women that's taking care of their families on their own. Because I was, and I wish I had somebody that was holding my hand. My mom died when I was like 22 years old. My dad and my mom divorced when I was 5, so he wasn't in my life like that. Probably when I got older, I would talk to him here and there, but I didn't have anybody, and everybody else that I knew of in my family worked a 9 to 5. So I didn't have millionaires or people who were entrepreneurs that I can look up to and tell me how to be, as far as a lot of my family, I was a nurse and I made good money. So that was great for everybody. So all the doubters in the beginning is so funny, because now it's like they said, you don't work nowhere else. So how are you paying your bills? And then they say, and then they remember when I first started talking about this last year, they said, so how's that this is how they said, how's the little mobile home thing going that you started last year? I said, that little mobile home thing is the reason why y'all don't see me.
Exactly. That's a blessing.
It's the reason why they don't. But I ain't mad at them, because we just don't know, Kelly.
Right.
We don't know. I didn't know, but I knew enough that when I saw the blueprint and I saw it working, right? I saw it working for them. I said, I can do it. They were younger than me.
Wow.
And they was Black.
Wow.
So like, I said, okay, it ain't like this is Warren Buffett or, Robert Kiyosaki or something like that I've looked up, read their books and everything. This is somebody that looks like me in the mirror. And so I knew for me, I mean, when you look at it now, that really wasn't a lot of money because of the value I got and the money I've been able to make since then. Like I would do it all over again. But the problem is people don't want to bet on themselves to try something different. They don't want to take risks. But the riskiest thing that they are doing, and they don't even know this is what's going to be the bombshell, Kelly.
Let's give it
they think what I did was risky, right? Paying over $5,000 to learn this blueprint, right? The risky thing is staying at this job, working a whole freaking 365 days for somebody to give you $1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One more dollar, maybe two. And some people only get 50 cents and 75 cents. You work a whole year for somebody, and we get excited about that. I got $1 this year.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So I want to get this message out to people. I was a nurse for 20 years, a patient care tech for 6 years before that. And in 1 year of learning this blueprint, I've been able to generate over $100,000.
Wow. 6
figures.
Wow.
6.
Amazing. That's amazing. That is amazing. So, Charee, do you think that, because I know you partner up with Aaron, you partner up with Sonia and Rashida too, right?
Aaron partnered up with Rashida, but I'm on the way. I ain't been down there yet, but yeah, that's my girl too. We was all down in Texas hanging out, but yeah, she'll be next.
Do you think it's like easier because you guys are kind of like, like a team? It made it easier for you to do, or what?
It did. I think you got to partner up with the right people. You got to partner up with somebody who got just as much drive as you, if not more. Because, or if you gonna you got some silent investors that just don't want to do nothing, and that's okay. Be upfront about it. But for me, Aaron, what me and him and me and Sonia, like we could talk mobile homes for hours on the phone. And sometimes I just be like, I can't even call Aaron today because I got stuff to do. Me and him would be, we be excited and talk. I could talk to him for hours because we both love mobile homes. Me and Sonia, hours. We love talking mobile homes. So we get excited. Okay. We do what we got to do. We love it. But it has made it a lot easier. And anybody who's looking to get into it, if they want to do fix and flips, it may be good to find you somebody that you connect with because it makes it the blows a little softer. Like, so, when we buy the mobile home, we buying it, 50-50. You pay the lot rent, let's round it off 700. Then we split that instead of you paying the whole $700. Dollars. I would recommend somebody to get you a partner because I've had the best, and now we like family. Sonia, Aaron, I consider them like brother and sister, and now you in the family too.
Exactly. Y'all done adopted me.
That's right. Look, we coming to Texas to see. We coming because it's warm down there.
Please do. It's starting to get cold, but yeah, please do. So Charee, oh yeah, it gets cold here in the morning time. Oh, so Charee, you done told us all this good stuff about mobile home investors. Tell us a horror story. Everything can't be all this gravy. Tell us a horror story.
Well, shoot. The horror story is when you don't sell that home for 4 months, honestly, you gotta pay that lot rent. You gotta keep paying that because you want to stay in good standard with the park. That's been my biggest horror story as far as having to carry that lot rent for 4 months. Honestly, I'm gonna say I partnered with, and it wasn't a horror story. I just think we wasn't really on the same page. Because I learned about mobile homes, and a good friend of mine, he knew more about single family homes, and we was trying to do some a partnership, but I don't think I was able to relay what I was taught as far as like that one deal that I told you about, that I accepted the $8,000 because we had been paying lot rent for 4 months. And, I was taught like, it's best that we can, however we can get off of this from paying. So I made a creative deal.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, we'll let them pay it. We'll accept this. And then just instead of chucking it up as a loss, we're just going to get payments for a while now. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Until it's paid off. But at least you'll never get that $15,000 if you keep paying $700 a month. Even if you wanted 15, you're not getting it no more because that 700 is eating away at that 15.
Right.
So why not sell it for less anyway now? Because you're getting less the more you pay lot rent.
Right.
But yeah, for the most, my horror story has really just been have to pay the lot rent for 4 months. But that only happened to me twice.
Okay.
It's not all you have to be consistent. You have to, stay on the handyman. I have handymen that have not been the best. That could be a horror story where it's taken way longer than I was told, which means now I got to pay lot rent longer because the home is not ready.
Right.
And if you switch and sometimes get a new handyman, guess what? You got to start that payment over as well. Because the other handyman ain't going to say, well, oh, I paid him $500 already and you coming in and do the same job. He want his money. Right. So, the handyman has been my biggest, that's the biggest like problem to me in mobile home investing is finding good handyman and keeping them.
And so where are you finding these handymen at? Where you find them at?
Word of mouth too. Like I've never put an ad out looking for them. When I'm in the park, sometime if I'm out, somebody will ride up, see my car and say, hey, here go a business card. That's one of the painters did that. And then I had another guy when I be over there at the home with the handyman working, they'll drive up. Hey, I do this kind of work, or if you go out there and talk to the neighbors, when you see them out, I try to talk to them a lot. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm Charee. I'm working over here, rehabbing his home. And they'll say, oh, well, John around the corner, he knows how to do X, Y, and Z. And then they'll give me his number and then I'll call him. That's pretty much how I've been getting it. And then the rest came from the people in the office telling me about the people that they knew who knew how to do handyman work. So it's all been just really relationships. The main thing is make good relationships, you guys. It's no way around that. I'm no different from nobody else. If you wonder why my home sells so much and maybe yours don't, like I had a situation where one of the investors, she didn't even know who the park manager was. Her home was in the park for several months. And the park manager had gave me a call just to say like, hey, I know you know such and such. Do you have her number? Because can you tell her we had to cut off the water because we think one of her pipes bust. And she didn't know who the park manager was when I said the name. And I'm like, how you don't know the park manager name and your home been in this park for about, I think she had been trying to sell a home for about 7 months, 6 or 7 months. You have... If they don't care listen, your job is to let them know who you are because they don't care. As long as you paying that lot rent, it don't mean nothing to them. As long as they getting their lot rent. So you got to let them know who you are. So when the person come in the office, then they can say, hey, yeah, I know Charee, she got a couple of homes in the park. Here go her number. But if you out of sight, out of mind, all the traffic comes to them.
Right.
All the traffic comes in that office from buyers and even the sellers, because they got to go to them and say, hey, my lease is up. I'm getting ready to move. I'm just letting you know I'm selling my home.
And Charee, don't you think that would piss off the park manager knowing that you purchased a home and they know nothing about it?
Yes. 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 That actually happened with somebody I knew, and I had to let them know. They told me they was with the seller and the buyer, and they were getting ready to, she was doing a whole transaction. And I said, well, did the buyer get approved by the park yet? And she was like, no, she said, but but he said he ain't got no problem with getting approved, and he's not worried about that because he was able to get this loan to buy the home. And I'm like, they all say that they gonna get approved.
Right.
That's the story they all say.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but that's exactly why park managers don't want some investors in their park, because we going around, they got to know who in there. As far as child molesters, I mean, they want to know. They want to run that background so they can see, and they're protecting the people, the kids that's in the park, the neighbors. You don't want somebody with a bad criminal history that you done sold the home to Johnny and he just killed somebody a couple of years ago.
That's not funny, but you're right. You're right.
Or molested somebody. Like, they need to know that. So, just because you want that money real fast, do it the right way. So the park managers, the ladies in the office can trust you. It's really a relationship. I really like I really like them. I don't know. They do a lot of stuff for me. I make sure I do a lot of things for them, simple stuff like it be the thought they count with the little cards that I give them and stuff like that. But it's truly a relationship. But yeah, they would definitely have a problem with you selling a mobile home to somebody that hasn't even applied for the park.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Charee, out of all the strategies that you have done since you've been in the mobile home business, what would be your favorite strategy and why?
Fix and flip is really my favorite because I've done quite a bit of them. Mm-hmm. I want to get more into wholesaling, but I just haven't pretty much done that yet. I've done a couple of them with Sonia, but and we got one right now we're trying to close out. But fix and flip, I mean, it's simple to me. I go in, I look at the home, I see what I need to see to negotiate the price down. I listen to the people. I hear their story of why they selling. If you know why they selling, sometimes that can be a point of interest that you can, use as leverage too. Maybe they need cash right away. Maybe they getting ready to lose the home. Mm-hmm. Maybe they behind a few months in lot rent and they just need to kind of break even so they can start off, on a new journey with a clean slate. I've done several of those where I come in and help them. It's all about helping them. And I'm happy to say that even as a nurse now, switched to mainly mobile home investor, that I'm still helping people. But I feel helping people this way is more to my heart because I juice a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. I believe God put the medicine in the food and not in the pill. And so the older I get, I try to live in alignment with who I am and my beliefs. And I just wouldn't be giving people them pills like I do every day, all day. And so for me, this shift came right on time because I'm still helping people, but I get more joy out of this because people be so happy giving you hugs like, thank you. This is my first home. I never had anything on my own. Right. And you keeping it affordable. I sell some of these homes for $8,000, $10,000. It don't be too much, but it means the world to them, though. It means the world to them.
So, Charee, are you? Did we go over? Are you licensed? Are you licensed?
No. Dealer's license? Mm-hmm. No, I thought about it. But I just thought about it. I'm not really in a rush to. I mean, I'm so new. I'm so new at this, you guys. And like I tell people, 1 year in, I'm still a baby. It's still so much that I haven't, experienced. People be asking me, well, do you teach anybody or can you? Like, girl, I'm still teaching myself. I'm still teaching myself, but yeah, no, I'm not. It's something that I thought about. I mean, because I plan on being in this for a long time now. So like I said, I'm going to be up there when I get my business funding right, get to that level. Oh, man, there ain't no stopping me then. Then I'll be buying the newer homes like you. And I may consider it, but who knows? I may not. It just, if it ain't broke, ain't.
Yeah, go fix it. So in Illinois, you don't necessarily have to have a license. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, you can do up to 5 in Illinois without a license, but that's in your name. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mind you,
So if you're buying and selling it, then it's out of your name. Is that what you're saying?
So mind you, I got kids too, right?
Oh,
So
there
my
you
daughter
go.
can do 5. My son can do 5.
There you go.
My youngest daughter can do 5.
Right.
That's
Right.
5, 10, 15. Like that's 15 with me, 20. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
Exactly.
so I mean, I'm just saying it's ways like around that. But a lot of people, you know, wholesaling, you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's ways around. I don't have to have them all in my name like that. So,
Right. Well,
and I've been doing.
I'm glad you made that clear. I mean, you just put it in somebody else's name. Who cares if the state's saying you can only buy 3 mobile homes? You find somebody else and put it in their name. Why are you
That's
worried about that? It's
that's it. And then maybe give them a little kickback or something like that. Hey, put this in your name, because when you look at it, it's only going to be in that name, in their name for a little while, because the person who buy it is going to get it transferred. You're going to take them around the corner. They're going to get it transferred to their name.
right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So they won't have it in their name for long. But yeah, people put too much thought and stuff in it sometime. Right now, I'm just enjoying. I'm helping families out, and yeah, I don't. I'm just looking forward to the future. I haven't looked forward to my future, and man, I thought I was going to retire as a nurse. I thought I was probably looking at another maybe 20 years. Who knows? I don't even know how old you got to be to retire, but I'm so grateful that I found a way now that I don't have to wait till somebody decide when I can retire. What is it, like 68? You got to be to retire now?
I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like you said, I'm like you. After I found out about this mobile home thing, I'm like, I don't really care what the
But
year
see,
is.
what did they think about you at your job when you left? Was they like,
Well, you know what, Charee? I've always had 2 jobs, so I only quit one. And
okay.
those same people who are investing in single family homes, and Aaron will tell you out here in California, oh my God, when are you going to get a profit? Now, sure, you can pull the equity out of the home, but you
Right.
have to own it for a little bit. You can't just buy it on a Monday and pull the equity out on a Tuesday because there ain't gonna be no equity to have. But yeah, a lot of them were like, damn, she's gone. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Because you know what? We don't think like that. We just feel like, oh, well, this is just destined. We supposed to be doing this. And like I said, like all the nurses, we all have worked 2 and 3 jobs. If I see you over here and then we go to this, I'm seeing you at this place too.
Right,
And
right.
it's like we've been doing this for years. Something is wrong with that. It's something is not right about that. That we work that hard and make that much money, and we still, are not successful to the point to where, like, let me tell you, I was off 10 months. I was off 10 months, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
After that happened to my son, not because of them, it's because I ended up telling her, well, do whatever y'all have to do. Because I'm going to do what I need to do to grieve. Because she asked me, well, how much time do you think you need? I said, well, I don't know, man. I never lost a child before.
Exactly, like that happened before.
I
Yeah.
said, I really don't know. But that you asked me that, it really changed my perspective on people at work. I knew it before that they really, we just a body there. We just, making money for them. And then you have to look at if they can pay us that much money, each nurse, every 2 weeks, how much is this place pulling in?
Exactly.
Because there's sometimes that I would be humping and I would bring about 4,000 or 5,000 home in 2 weeks, and it's like, if this nurse and doing that and that one, how much y'all getting?
Exactly.
So we're just there to keep their business running. But anybody who's out there, listen, like Kelly, follow the people that's doing it, not the ones that's working next to you. Don't listen to the people that's putting their hand in the clock like you, telling you what they don't think this is gonna work out, or ain't no money in trailers or mobile homes, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Invest in yourself. It's so worth it. I had to tell some people who told me that program costs too much or this and that. And I would tell them, some of y'all got TVs in y'all house that $2,000-$3,000, and you didn't think twice about buying it.
Exactly.
But when you want to invest in something, now you think somebody is scamming, or you think is it too good to be true? Now you looking at their life. I tell them, check the receipts. Look at the stories. You get, I don't know. I think different. When I saw it, I watched them for about a month or so and kept looking at different videos. And then I jumped in. I jumped in, just dived in. I ain't even, what are the odds? What do I have to lose? I already been a nurse for 20 years.
Right.
What do I have to lose? And it ended up working. It ended up working to where the point now, all I'm doing, I do PRN now, Kelly, because mentally, a lot of people think that I'm okay. Sometimes I have good days and bad days to this day. My oldest daughter was just here the weekend, and it just be hard sometimes. We hear my son, he made music before that happened with my older son, and when I hear his voice, and it still hits me like it was yesterday, So but mobile home investing have allowed me to where some days I'm not good in the morning. But had I still been going to that job, I can't tell them, oh, today is not a good day. I'm calling off. They'll be ready to fire me. But now I get to make that decision now through mobile home investing. If I'm not having a good day, I'm not going. And I'm PRN. I make my schedule now, and I kept it that way because I am still grieving. But this keeps me busy. It brings me joy. That I'm changing my kids' future. I'm changing my future. And hopefully I can change other people's future in the future. That's one of my goals down the line is I want to be able to help as many people and bring awareness to this through my story, that if I can do it, they can do it too. You just got to be willing to take a risk, take a bet on yourself.
So, Charee, do you have any words of encouragement for somebody who is having analysis paralysis? Because I see I have taken almost everybody's course, and I see the same people that's in my course and somebody else's course. And sometimes somebody should I buy this course? I'm thinking, damn, how many courses you gonna buy before you get off the couch?
Before you focus in on exactly, man, and I see that a lot too. I see a lot of people that's in some of the groups that, I'm in, and I get people that message me, inbox me, and they say, oh, I see your story or whatever. Do you think I should get the program, or which program do you think I get? And I'm like, well, any one of them that's going to get you out of where you at right now, whether that be the do it at home or, if you want to be where they can teach you, don't let money be a factor in it. Figure out a way to get the money. Don't let that be a factor. I mean, some people get loans out. I'm not saying that that's the only way. If you got to borrow from Uncle Sam, I don't know, do what you got to do, because the longer you sit and wait and be in analysis paralysis, your life ain't gonna never change. You're gonna get the same results that year after year, you're doing the same thing. Year after year, you're doing the same thing. So watch the people like me, like Kelly, the other success stories that you see, we not made up. Ain't nobody paying me to say this. Look at listen, I'm just trying to help somebody. If I got to shake them, I tell them, this girl was inboxing me. She's been inboxing me for about 3 months, probably. I'm like, look, we talked about this a few months ago. You still haven't gotten it?
Wow.
You still asking me, should I get it? Wow. Well, man, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I said, that's why you in the same place you was last year. And I didn't mean no offense by it in a bad way. But it's facts. You can have analysis paralysis. You keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. Now, when I jumped off the porch and I invested in myself, in less than a year, my whole life changed. Really, in a couple of months, it changed. And then it was just from there, is just one mobile home after another. And that's when I realized these people out here need us.
Yeah.
I just got to build up my money as far as funding, because I'm using all my money. So I make money, then I go buy another one and like that. But when I get this funding and I'm able to now buy these things without using my money, I'm going to be able to help so many more people.
Right.
You guys, but I'm just one story. I hope my story as a single mom, especially if there's any single moms out there, man, invest in these courses, you guys. I know, Kelly, you got an awesome course too. If I hadn't already took mine, I'd have damn sure been in your course.
I know you would.
I would have damn sure been in it. But you guys, y'all looking at Kelly too. She has done what a lot of you guys want to do. It ain't no joke. Y'all see her post. Check the receipts. Those are the receipts, you guys. She just retired herself from one of her jobs at you. We about the same age, right, Kelly?
Oh, I'm 56. I got you by a couple of years.
Oh, that ain't nothing else. I'm 51, so I mean I'll be 52 my birthday, June 30th, my next birthday. But yeah, you guys, like, don't sit around and wait, man. I know your course is very reasonable. I went back and looked at it. Like, it's very reasonable and it's obtainable, you guys. Like, it's no excuse for you to still be sitting around wondering if you should learn this. Like, shame on you if when seeing all of these results and it's still you. That's almost like, y'all know double dutch, that you jump double dutch.
Exactly.
What they call digging in your potatoes, while you trying to get in, you waiting, but you ain't jumped in yet. Like, you waiting on that right. That's what this seemed like. How much you gonna see before jumping in?
Mm-hmm.
Your life could look so much different next year.
True.
Hell, my life looked different this year than it was. That was September of 2021 when we bought our first mobile home, right? And look at that, you guys. This is just now September, but my life has dramatically changed. Like I said, September, October, maybe around November is when we had realized we had sold both homes and made about $35,000.
Yeah.
Like, what? Life's too short, you guys. My son taught me that. Life's too short. You here today, gone tomorrow. So you're going to keep sitting around waiting on if I should take it. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow.
That's true.
Start today. Change your future today. Make a decision today. Because no decision is also is a choice too, right? By you standing stagnant, that's a decision too. So you're deciding to stay where you at in life. So please stop complaining that you ain't got enough money. Stop complaining that you broke or you tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Because when you got the answer right in front of you, you have a way out. And if you don't take it, look in the mirror and get mad at yourself.
True that.
I get emotional. I
you
be
know what,
upset with people.
I'm right there with you. I get very emotional when we talk about mobile home investing.
Man, it's the best thing.
So Charee, how do anybody go about contacting you? Like if they want to do a joint venture, or is that something you're interested in, or what?
Well, right now, I really don't I didn't get past the joint ventures now because, when you do them joint ventures, like I said, I'm using a lot of my own money and you got to still do the 50-50 and stuff like that. I got a lot of deals already I'm working on, but I do have where, okay, like say like if you're not in this town, I have helped a couple of people out where I was boots on the ground for them. And they paid me a fee to do the whole deal, get it rehab, fixed up, and then help list it and try to sell it for them. So I've had that, but like JVs, I'm kind of slowing down on because I'm trying to build my business up and work on the business funding and all of that stuff right now. But they can reach me. It's so bad I don't be knowing my names, but of course Facebook is Charee Live Laugh Love Alexander. And on Instagram, lovable_Charee.
Okay. All right. And then Charee, one last thing. So any final words? I know you gave people some words of encouragement. Any final words? Or do you have any secrets about mobile home investing that you don't think nobody else knows? Pick which one you want to address.
Oh my God. Well, it's really not even a secret, like I was telling you about those relationships that's a diamond in the rough right there, just establishing relationships. I've gotten so far in this mobile home journey through building a relationship, letting the park managers know that they can trust you, that once they tell you the rules of the park, that you're going to honor that and you're going to make sure you send qualified buyers to them. That right there, to me, that's more gold than a lot of people want to drive for dollars, but like you said, I don't have to drive for dollars too much, because I get a phone call, say, hey, Charee, Johnny want to sell his home.
Exactly.
So yeah, just making those relationships, like don't avoid it. Don't try to go around it. And I know it could be fearful sometimes, because sometimes they don't want to, maybe they're not as friendly in the beginning. They wasn't always friendly with me in the beginning. These are different ones there now, but it wasn't easy for me in the beginning. But I kept being consistent and letting them know what Charee, the value that I could bring to you if you just work with me. I'm in the same bit. I'm trying to help these families out, and I'm also trying to help you guys fill this part and take on these homes that people who has been evicted, or maybe they need help out of an eviction. And yeah, once I told them that, and I just kept being consistent, that was the best thing I could have ever did. So I would say relationships is not a secret, but it's definitely something that's overlooked with a lot of the new investors. They're overlooking that step.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, Charee, thank you so much. We had Charee Alexander, y'all, out of Illinois. You know what, Charee? I thought you was out of Houston.
That's where my baby, she done left me, the 22-year-old, and went to Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually from Chicago, Illinois. And I've been here all my life, but I'm actually moving. I'm gonna be relocating to the warmer climates real soon. Like, stay tuned.
Yeah, because I used to live in Gurnee, Illinois, where the amusement park is and all that kind of stuff. I used to live out there, but I can't do that cold weather no more.
No, I'm so tired of it. Oh, Kelly, I'm ready to come. I'm thinking about, but you in Dallas, right?
I'm in Dallas. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm making my way down. And the thing is, with mobile home investing now, Kelly, I can go anywhere.
True.
I can go anywhere. I'm not on no time. I ain't got to ask nobody, can I take leave off and do this and do that? Because like I said, I'm PRN now, where I kind of get my own schedule. But and I do that because life is just too short. I can't give all my time to a company like that no more. If my son didn't teach me nothing but one thing, is that life is too short. You gotta live for the moments. My family mean everything to me. My children, I'm teaching them this, and we're gonna be traveling, seeing the world, things that I really haven't done because I've been working hard all my dang on life.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Charee. That's Charee Alexander. Charee, give them your Instagram one more time before we cut on out of here.
Okay, I'm lovable_Charee. You guys, I made that name up so long ago. But I am a lovable person. And Facebook is Facebook Live, Laugh, Love Alexander. So y'all can follow me. I'm actually, I've been posting. Have you seen me on TikTok, Kelly?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You talking about you shy. I said, girl, if you don't sit down somewhere, I'm talking about you shy.
No, I'm telling you, but I'm here in my own house and I'm having fun. It's different from being on a live.
But you post it. You know what I'm saying? So you made
that's because I don't care. I'm at that point now. I never would have done this back in the day. I never would post anything, but I don't give a flying. I'm here to have fun. The rest of the time that I'm on this earth, I'm going to have fun and make other people smile. And hopefully I can bring them on this side to the mobile home investing through my journey.